Hello, this is Abbas and we are here at DawnMedia's Population Summit and we have with us Murtaza Wahab. Thank you so much for joining us. Sir, my first question to you would be about Karachi's population, which has grown faster than the city's administrative capacity. What kind of fiscal or governance reforms do you think that are realistically possible to manage this?
First of all, one needs to understand the dynamics of Karachi, that since the first census that took place in Karachi, which was 1951, Karachi's population was 1 million. Today, Karachi's population as per the census stands at 20.3 million. So over the last 70 years, Karachi's population has risen 20 times. And if you look at internationally, whether it's Mumbai, whether it's Delhi, Dhaka, New York, London, Tokyo, that's not the case. All of these cities or all of these countries, what they've done is they've established more metropolises in their respective countries so that the ballooning population of their country actually ends up going to multiple places. Because Karachi still continues to be the only cosmopolitan city of Pakistan, you see people from all over the country flock to Karachi, which is a great thing for the city, but at the same time it poses great challenges to the city's infrastructure. So somehow we have to create more cities, develop more cities where people get equal opportunities to progress and flourish in life. Second aspect is that as a nation we need to understand that the ballooning population has an overall impact not just on your urban centers but your overall country's condition, whether it's your agriculture, whether it is your water resources, whether it is your natural resources. So population planning is something which is missing in our governance for the last 70 years. I've seen a very brief period of Shahid Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto back in the 93 government, when the federal government championed the cause of population planning, and you would remember the narrative was bas do bacche hi kafi. I don't see that happening now. I don't see people being given awareness on this aspect. So I think we need to focus on both measures: A, overall narrative on controlling population, and number two, developing more cities so that the major focus of people on the city of Karachi sort of gets diluted and people go to many other cities of Pakistan, not just Karachi.
Okay, so my next question is about the strain on resources, as you mentioned. So when population grows at such an exponential pace, it puts strains on water resources, transport and every other infrastructure. What city level interventions do you think that the Karachi Metropolitan Corporation can take to address this issue?
Well, you see, controlling...
Let me add, if given greater autonomy from the provincial and federal...
You see, Karachi's issue is unplanned development and unplanned growth. And the reason for that unplanned development is the number of people that keep coming to Karachi. They need affordable accommodation, they need affordable housing. When that is not there, they end up going into informal settlements, and naturally even for a formal settlement they don't have the means and the resources to purchase that property. So such informal settlements get created, and those informal settlements are a burden on your infrastructure in the sense they're not planned. They consume your water, they consume your sewerage, they consume your food, electricity, all of these things. So I don't think any city level decision can have the sort of impact. For example, one solution can be that people should stop migrating to Karachi, let's say. You can't stop people, you cannot stop a Pakistani from entering a city in Pakistan. So in many developed countries of the world, what they've done is the local taxes have been increased to such an extent that people are discouraged to live in, let's say, main New York. They live in the suburbs. They don't live, let's say, in Jakarta, but they live in the suburbs. So again, in London, you go to central London, the accommodation, the housing, the lifestyle, everything is so expensive. But as you move to the outer parts of London, as we call it, the Greater London, the expenses are comparatively lesser. These things can be worked upon, but our society, our country, because the local government system is still evolving, it is at a nascent stage, our people are still not acquainted with localized taxes. So if you tell them that, if you stay here you will get this tax, and if you stay there you will get this discount on tax, they'll be like, local taxes so we don't pay. We'll be focused, or we'll be interested if you tell us that the income tax would be reduced or the sales tax would be reduced. But that is something which is not within the domain of the local government or even the provincial government, that is federal. So one situation is to create that incentive for your people, that if you don't stay in the main city, you go to some other part of the city, the outer part of the city, so that the main city is not overburdened. You have to give them some sort of relief. But that relief cannot be provided at the local level. It has to be done at the level of the federal government.
Okay. I think you have already answered my next question, but still I would like to ask, what does efficient urban planning look like for a city like Karachi?
It looks very challenging. It has many challenges, but it's not impossible. It's doable. As long as there is stability and certainty in the system and the will, it can be achieved. And we are working towards a master plan for 2047, bearing in mind all of these aspects.
Okay, but what kind of service delivery initiatives would it have to address such a massive population?
Better infrastructure, better healthcare, better education, better transport means, more water coming to the people, better sewerage facility, drainage facility, law and order situation, the policing taking place in a better manner. So all of these things are have to be dovetailed with the master plan for the city.